My sister-in-law laughed when I brought a homemade quilt to her baby shower. She started crying 2 hours later when nobody would look at her nursery reveal. I walked into Brielle's shower carrying a wrapped bundle the size of a couch cushion. She spotted me from across the room, and her face did the thing it's done since the day my brother introduced us. That little tightening at the corners of her mouth, like she'd smelled something. "Oh, is that fabric?" she said, loud enough for the 6 women nearest the gift table. "Did you make something?" "I did. It took me 4 months." She peeled the paper back an inch, then let it fall closed. "That's so sweet. Honestly, I think it's great that you can do the DIY thing. Not everybody can drop money on a registry." My face went hot. "It's not a DIY thing. Every piece is hand-dyed." "Ladies," she called over my shoulder. "My sister-in-law made us a blanket." She said the word the way you'd say coupon. A couple of her friends made a soft, pitying sound. She set my bundle on the floor beside the table, not on it, and drifted off to receive a stroller that cost more than my first car. I stood there with my hands shaking. I didn't say anything, because if I'd opened my mouth, I'd have cried, and she'd have won twice. The whole afternoon ran on price tags. Brielle narrating each gift like an auctioneer, the Italian bassinet, the monitor with the app, the diaper bag that had a waiting list. Every so often, she'd catch my eye and give me a little sympathetic smile. Then came the main event. She'd hired a photographer and turned the nursery reveal into a whole production. Guests filing upstairs in groups to admire a room a designer had done in cream and brass. "It's called quiet luxury," she told them. "Everything's from the same collection." She saved my gift for last on purpose. "And finally," she said, "the handmade blanket." She lifted it out of the paper by one corner, half unfolded, the way you'd hold a wet towel. It caught the light and someone at the back audibly gasped. "It's a hand-pieced quilt, 400 and some pieces, hand-dyed in indigo and rust, with a compass rose in the center. Quilted by hand, not machine, 14 weeks of evenings." My brother's aunt-in-law, Rosalind, was the one who got up. She runs a small textile gallery 2 towns over. I didn't know that until she said it. She took a corner from Brielle without asking and turned it over to look at the back. "Who did this binding?" she said. "I did." "By hand?" "All of it." She went quiet for a second, running her thumb along a seam. "This is a hand-quilted whole cloth back with a mitered binding. Do you all understand what you're looking at? These stitches are 11 to the inch." 11! People started coming down the stairs to see. Then more. Phones came out. Someone asked if the fabric was Japanese, and I said no. I dyed it in my kitchen with indigo and onion skin. Rosalind held the corner up to the window and told the room a quilt like this sells for $3,000 to $5,000 at market and takes months nobody's willing to send anymore. "She's a hobbyist," Brielle said. "I'm not," I said. My voice came out steadier than I expected. "I've had 2 pieces in a juried show. I teach a workshop in the spring." The photographer left the nursery entirely and started shooting the quilt spread out across the dining table, guests leaning over it, pointing at the compass rose. Brielle's own mother said out loud, "This is the nicest thing in the house." That was when it broke. Brielle came through the crowd with her mascara already going. "It's my shower," she said. "You did this on purpose. You always have to make everything about you." "I made you a blanket," I said. "Everyone's supposed to be upstairs." She was crying openly now, gesturing at the ceiling, at the room nobody was in. "I spent $9,000 on that room and you brought a blanket and now nobody—" She grabbed for it. Rosalind moved the quilt out of reach without even looking up, the way you'd move a wine glass away from a toddler. My brother took Brielle's elbow and walked her into the kitchen. 20 guests stood around a table looking at 4 months of my life, and I stood there letting them. Rosalind found me by the door afterward and put her card in my hand. "2 pieces in a juried show," she said. "Bring me 8 and we'll talk about a wall. The quilt is on the baby's crib. Brielle hasn't spoken to me since. I sleep fine."